All right, good morning, folks. I'm finally back out here fishing. I've caught probably about 40 of these little dudes so far this morning. I forgot to do my intro back at the truck, and I don't know how much you can hear me over the roar of this dam, but I'm catching fish, and that's all that really matters. I haven't been able to get out and fish for a while, and I drove over here this morning. Didn't really care if I caught anything or not, just wanted to be out. And like I said, I'm catching fish, nothing big, nothing to keep so far, but it's been fun. They've all been about this size, smaller, a few bigger ones, but nothing to put in a bucket just yet. And what I'm fishing this morning is a crappie magnet. Just fishing it under a cork. A little blackish chartreuse crappie magnet. I'm not catching one every cast, but I'm catching one about every other cast so far. Another little dude. Gotta be a big one in there somewhere. Not casting it way out there, and they're swiping at it immediately when it hits the water. I missed 3 or 4 before I ever managed to hook one. There's one. Not going to be taking home any to eat, but again, if you follow my channel, you realize or know that I haven't posted a video since July. I've been busy with work and just stuff around the house, crap that needed to get taken. Well, you guys know. Everybody has a home life outside of fishing and just trying to get crap done, and had a few hours today, so I put my honeydew list on the back burner and drove over here to try to catch a fish or two. And so far I have not been disappointed. Again, I'm not going to be having a fish fry tonight, but sometimes just feeling the tug on the line, man, that's all it's about, really. And all I'm doing is kind of throwing it right out here in front of me in this little bit of slack water. I'm not fishing very deep at all. Like I said, like I showed you, under a cork. And I'll just pop it a couple times on the way back in. It's about 41 degrees. It's cloudy. There's a little break in the clouds earlier. I thought the sun was going to come out. Fix this jig head. Again, this is just a black and chartreuse Mr. Crappie. Or, sorry, Mr. Crappie. Crappie magnet made here in Arkansas, over in Searcy, I believe. Same people that make the trout magnet. Let's see if they're laying out there. There we go. A little bit better fish. They're all pretty and healthy. There we go. A little dude. All right, so in the comments below, tell me, would you take 100 fish a day just to fill the tug on the line, or are you always going out for a bucket full? I kind of can go either way. Sometimes I just want a wet line, and it's not always about catching the most or the biggest. Hope you guys can hear all this. There we go. Another one. That may be the biggest one I've caught yet. Not the biggest for sure, but a decent size. Maybe not fishing out there far enough. Strangely enough, and it may be because these fish are so small, I may be the only one not in on the joke, but I was the only one here, and it's a Friday morning, so that most people are probably working. But yeah, not another person in the parking lot when I got here or up and down the bank. Sun's starting to come out a little bit now. That'd be awesome. Missed that one. My luck, the sun coming out is probably going to shut the bite down. They probably won't bite again once the sun breaks out of the clouds. Get many bites once it gets to that spot right there. They seem to be out there just a little bit further. Let the current carry it down there. There comes the sun. There we go. Took it a minute that time. Again, little bitty thing. If I was making fish sandwiches, I'd have enough to make baker's dozen, that's for sure. See if we can get it out there a little bit further this time. Maybe that's why I'm missing the big ones. Maybe they're on out there. A little bit of foam on the water too, and it gets kind of hard to see your cork. There we go. Rust or something on him. Some kind of little disease. Can you guys see that? I don't know what that is. Doesn't look like scuff marks. There. I don't think he's any bigger. He took it under a little bit harder than those others. Tell you, this would be a good place to bring a kid today for sure. They couldn't, you weren't trying to catch a mess to eat. This would be a great place for a kid to come because it's almost non-stop action. It slows down a little bit, but I've adjusted my cork up and down a few different times. It doesn't really seem to matter. There's one. This is a first for me. I don't believe I've ever caught one with a black nose on it like that. Good looking crappie. Just found me a couple of rattle traps hanging in the bushes over here. Almost got myself hung up. Step down there and take those dudes off and take them home with me. I changed my setup. I put a little balsa wood cork on there and I put a little twister tail jig on. It's not quite heavy enough to pull the cork down, but I'm working it back a little bit faster than I was anyway to see if I can pull some bigger fish out of there, so we'll see. I'm just reeling it back real slow now. There was a hit. There's one. Quick release there. So that other setup didn't work very well for me. I ended up getting hung in a rock, so I'm back to my old rig here. One person's joined me up the bank here. He just got here. Hadn't seen him catch anything yet. He's fishing a little bit closer up there near the dam, so he starts pulling some big ones out. I know that was the place to be, but so far I'm sticking where I'm at. I'm had a pretty good morning. crappie here. It's not acting like a crappie. It may not be a crappie at all. Oh, white bass. Good one too. A little bit bigger than what we've been catching. Not what we're after though. So this may win small fish of the day. That thing's barely bigger than the jig, man. This white bass may be working. Oh, what we got here? Good God Almighty! Look at the size of that damn. I'd take a bucket full of those bad boys now. We're starting to catch a little bit of everything out there now. So we've caught a bunch of crappie. I've caught one brim, one big white bass. I'm gonna go for the trifecta here if we catch a catfish. It's not the catfish I was looking for. Another little old bitty crappie. Another one, and back out there in that same spot. Just kind of moving in and out of that area. I didn't even have to stop the camera that time to show catching one, but and there's other times where they kind of turn off, so they must just be kind of circling that spot out there. That's what you see. I didn't. Another one. Seems like he might be a little bit better, but we'll see. No. Well, a little bit bigger than that last one for sure. It's just been kind of coming in spurts. There he is. Afraid that's going to be another little one though. Yep. I'm tempted to move on down the river. There's a little bit calmer water down there and try it, but I'm having such a good time catching all these fish. There's not really much reason to move. I just want to catch one good crappie and not call it a day after that, I think. There's one. I don't think it's that big one that we're looking for. Nope. Definitely not. All right, I think the next fish is going to be the last fish. It didn't take long to get it. Maybe this will be a little bit better one. Be a good way to end the day. Oh yeah, it is a little bit better. Probably not the biggest, but yeah, maybe biggest fish of the day. Not a bad one. All right, we're gonna call it a day right there. I'm gonna share the wealth and let one of these fellas that's joined me on the bank here have this spot and see if they can pull a bigger fish out of here. I will see you back at the truck. So as I'm on my way back up here to the truck, I've been wanting to try this calmer water anyway, so I thought I'd stop here. First cast. And I pulled a little bitty crappie in. Of course, it wasn't much bigger than the ones I was catching up there. But we'll see. We'll make a couple casts anyway. I haven't been able to stay out fishing this long in a long time, so might as well take advantage of it. That may be the only one we catch, but we'll see. Oh, maybe not. Another tiny one. All these little bitty crappie ever grow up, it's going to be a good place to fish. What am I saying? It's a good place now. You're just wanting to come and catch some fish. All right, folks, I'm going to end the video here. Had a great day. Again, I didn't catch anything big. No monster fish came out of there. I probably caught easily 100 fish. I probably caught 25 or 30 before I ever turned the GoPro on. It was a good day. Had a good time. You know, I'm not working. You can't beat a day off from work. Got to be outside a little bit in nature, little chill in the air, and got to catch a boatload of fish. Nothing big, but it was still fun. So if you want to see more videos, hopefully I'm going to have more time in the upcoming months and certainly in the spring to start posting more. I apologize. I don't think I've posted a video since July, and that was on my kayak cart that I made. But just, you know, life happens. It happens to everybody, I know. So anyway, I'll try to get more videos out next year. You guys have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time.